Did you know that something as simple as opening a can of sardines could quietly be damaging your health? We often think sardines are healthy, packed with protein and omega-3s, but here's the truth. It's not always the fish that's the problem, it's the can. The hidden chemicals, the excess sodium, and the preservatives inside those cans can harm your heart, your liver, and even disrupt the balance of your body in ways most people never realize. Today, I'm going to reveal why this one small mistake, relying on canned sardines, can have a bigger impact on your health than you might think, and what you should do instead to protect your body. Most people believe sardines are a superfood, rich in omega-3s, packed with protein, and often recommended for heart health. But here's the shocking truth: when sardines come from a can, they may carry more harm than benefit. It's not the fish itself. It's the hidden dangers inside the can that most of us never think about. Today, I want to share with you why eating canned sardines the wrong way could quietly be damaging your body. The first thing we must understand is that the can is not just a container. It can be a carrier of toxic chemicals. Many cans are lined with substances like BPA, and these are not harmless. They don't just sit there. Over time, they seep into the food we eat. You might think it's just a little, but when you are consuming these cans regularly, that little becomes a lot. And what do these chemicals do inside our bodies? They mimic hormones, they confuse our endocrine system, they put pressure on the liver, and they disrupt the balance our body needs to stay healthy. Imagine eating something you think will help your heart, but unknowingly feeding your body a chemical that works against it. That's what makes this so dangerous. It's silent, and most people never notice until health issues begin to surface. Now let's talk about salt. Canned sardines are loaded with sodium, often much more than your body truly needs. Yes, salt adds taste, but too much salt adds risk. It pushes your blood pressure higher, it makes your heart pump harder, and slowly it wears down your cardiovascular system. The tricky part is that many people don't even realize how much salt they're consuming daily because it's hidden in these preserved foods. You may eat one can thinking it's a healthy snack, but what you're really doing is stacking more pressure on your heart, more strain on your blood vessels, and more risk for strokes and heart attacks. It's a silent buildup, and it doesn't ask for permission. It just takes a toll. And then there's the issue of what sardines are packed in. Sometimes they come soaked in cheap oils that are far from healthy. These oils oxidize, they inflame your body, and instead of protecting your organs, they attack them. On top of that, preservatives are added to extend shelf life, but what they really do is strip away the natural benefits of the fish itself. The omega-3s, the good fats, the nutrients that make sardines healthy, they are overshadowed by additives that make the body weaker instead of stronger. So, when you think you're eating something wholesome, what you're actually doing is exposing yourself to hidden harm that quietly accumulates. This is why I say never take canned sardines lightly. It's not just about eating fish. It's about understanding what you're really putting into your body. Because when you know the truth, you have the power to protect your health and to choose better. Now let's talk about something that many people overlook, something that hides in plain sight inside every single can: the salt. It may seem so ordinary, so harmless, just a seasoning to enhance flavor, but inside canned sardines, sodium is not just a pinch, it's an overload. This excess salt is there to preserve, to keep the fish lasting months, even years on shelves. But here's the question we often forget to ask: what is it preserving in your body? Because while it keeps the sardines fresh, it is silently corroding your health. Every bite you take carries more sodium than your body truly needs, and the body does not forget. It doesn't forgive. It records every excess, every imbalance, and one day, it speaks back in the form of disease. Think of your heart for a moment. It is beating right now without pause every second of your life. When you overload it with sodium, you are forcing it to pump harder, to push blood against greater resistance, to struggle under pressure you cannot see or feel until it's too late. High blood pressure is called a silent killer for a reason. It doesn't make noise. It doesn't come with a warning. It builds slowly, quietly, until suddenly the damage is undeniable. And what makes this so heartbreaking is that people eat canned sardines thinking they're making a smart choice, when in reality, they're quietly stacking risk upon risk, bite after bite. Salt doesn't just attack your heart, it seeps into every corner of your health. It makes your body hold on to water, swelling your tissues, bloating your stomach, making you feel heavy, tired, and drained. Your kidneys, those two delicate organs working tirelessly to filter toxins from your blood, are forced to overwork when sodium levels spike. Day after day, can after can, the stress builds, the kidneys tire, the filters weaken, and slowly the damage accumulates until one day your body can no longer keep up. It is a weight you don't feel until the burden becomes too heavy to bear. And the worst part, most people don't even realize it's happening. They don't measure the salt, they don't question the label, they just open the can, eat the fish, and move on. But your body doesn't move on. It carries every grain of sodium, every gram of excess, and it keeps score. What feels like a simple snack could actually be writing the story of, and as if the chemicals from the lining of the can and the overload of salt weren't already enough, there is still another danger hidden inside that we cannot ignore, and that is what the sardines are actually packed in. Many people don't even glance at that detail, they just see fish and assume it's healthy. But take a closer look at the fine print, and you will find that so many brands fill those cans not with pure water or olive oil, but with cheap, refined oils that your body was never meant to consume in such a way. These oils are often low quality, processed to the point that they lose any natural benefit, and instead they turn into something that triggers inflammation, something that stirs up problems deep inside your body long after the taste has left your mouth. Imagine eating food that should heal, yet what you are swallowing is fuel for disease. That's the harsh truth most people never hear. And then there are the preservatives. Added not for your health, not for your benefit, but for the benefit of keeping the can on a shelf for months, sometimes years. These preservatives may look like scientific names on the label that most of us skip over, but they are not harmless words. They are chemicals that enter your system, alter the purity of what the fish once offered, and rob the sardines of their natural power. The omega-3 fatty acids, the vitamins, the minerals that should be nourishing your body get overshadowed by these unnecessary additives. It's almost tragic. What nature created as a gift for your heart and brain is turned into something your organs must now work harder to process, something that can inflame instead of heal. And think about how this accumulates. It isn't just one can, it's the habit of eating them again and again, not realizing that each time you are putting inside your body a mixture of oils and preservatives that quietly sabotage your health. You may not see it in a day, you may not even feel it in a week, but over time your body feels it deeply. Your cells react, your metabolism shifts, your immune system weakens, and suddenly you wonder why you feel sluggish, why your health isn't as strong as it should be. The answer lies hidden in those little cans you thought were safe. This is why I say we cannot blindly trust what is packaged to look convenient. Behind every shiny label and every promise of protein and omega-3 lies a reality that can be harmful if we ignore it. Canned sardines are not always the healthy choice we imagine. Sometimes they are a silent threat. And if we truly value our health, our energy, and our future, we must learn to see through the can and protect our bodies from what is hidden inside. Your future health, and not the story you want. That's why I say this is more than just food. It's a choice that shapes your tomorrow, one hidden pinch of salt at a time.